I didn't take a lunch, only 8 minutes past 9. And I brought the show to a...
Let's talk about men.
Because he's very excited about this next
Yes. So there's this new social media thread that's going viral. A bunch of men came together and made a list of all the things, and it's a long list. It's like 25 things.
And they're anonymous, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What? Well, so they feel like they couldn't say who they were. They, you know,
Yeah,
to
they're
be
free
that
to
open.
say.
Yeah.
And so I can't go through all 25, but these are things that we wish y'all women would understand about us. Here's one. Just because I'm not talking doesn't mean I'm not enjoying my time with you. I don't have to be constantly yapping. I'm still having a good time. I'm just not talking.
I'm watching the game over your shoulder, trying to get you out the way so I can watch the highlights. But sure.
That's it.
I'm actually reading about this because Mike, we were just talking about, and he says it's probably outdated now, but you know the whole men are from Mars, women from Venus?
Right.
Well, they have Venus and Mars in a relationship or dating. So it's like the dating version, the early stages. And one of the scenarios was this woman was like, well, when we first met, he talked to me all the time and looked into my eyes. And now we go out, he's watching the TV or at the bar and that kind of thing. And they explain how men bond, because you guys watch games together and do that.
Right.
And that's what, you don't have to speak. We're sitting next to each other. You know I like you. You know I care about you.
Right.
We're enjoying the game. And it's fine to be inside.
I love sitting here next to you watching the game. I'm just not talking.
And they're like, some men feel like that's fine. That's what I do with my friends.
Yeah.
It should be fine with you. We're past the talking and getting to know each other phase.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I think that's the mistake that women make. That men are not women. Like that's
No.
what your girlfriends are for. Is
Yeah.
so many of these other things in chats, and it's an unrealistic expectation to think that men are going to be that way, and you're just going to always be disappointed.
There you go. Men are from Venus. Is that what
No,
it is?
men are from Mars. The women are
Like
from Venus.
king, God of war.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I'm from Uranus. Uranus. Yeah, I wish I could throw that joke in. Here's another one. We actually like to be complimented. You know,
Okay.
sometimes.
You look good today. This blue, it looks great on you.
Okay, you fake.
It does.
Here's
It
another one.
pops.
It would be hard to get over you after a breakup. Losing someone means a lot to us too. You know, there's always this cliche that we get over a relationship quickly. You know, when do you move on? Oh, half an hour. No, sometimes we get hurt and it takes a while to get over a relationship ending.
You just express it differently.
And don't show it as much.
Yeah.
Here's a good
But
one.
some say men are conditioned that way. I think part of the thread, because I read this, they were saying that like we've been conditioned and socialized that we can't show emotion. So when you try to like get upset with us because we're not showing emotion, that's literally how society puts us. It's not fair. It's frustrating.
And I thought maybe we're starting to get over that over the last 20 years. You know, because it was a man was not supposed to cry in public, and certainly not around women. Here's another one. We are not good with hints. Communication is the key. Slap us across the face with what you want.
I'm amazed by how many times I give my husband like the death stare to like stop talking immediately, and you want to be like, no, and he doesn't get it. It's like one of those being like, what you're doing right now is incensing me. Like, I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue in public in front of anybody.
Right.
And so it's just like we can just take this. You know, let's just
So be quiet right
pause
now. Be
and,
quiet.
and we'll take it someplace
And he
later.
won't?
And he doesn't
Oh
know what
God,
you're
it's
saying.
so weird.
Does he
It's
just
so
think
ugly,
you're
and I
fanning
shut
yourself?
down. And it's because it's yeah.
Brian.
But it's like I'm not going to talk about money in front of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody, not my family, not any humans. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Here's another one. It's okay to make the first move because a lot of us are shy. I know I don't seem like I'm shy, but I grew up really, really, really shy.
You ain't shy no more.
No more. So I ended up only going out with women who asked me out.
Wow.
Yeah. For the first 30 years of my life.
I went over to my husband. I wouldn't have him if I didn't go over to him. So
There you go.
Karen's a go-getter.
3 kids later.
What was your opening line, Karen?
Hi. It's not even that hard. It's just like, hi.
When you
I'm
look
Karen.
like Karen,
That's
this
true.
is another thing we want as men. We want you to come over and say hi. And that's all you have to say.
And then y'all will just do the
Oh
rest.
my God, she went out of her way to say hi to me? Whoa! We're in. We don't know where we want to eat either.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that.
And then some women will get mad. Well, not get it. God, just tell me where we're going to go eat. You know.
But y'all get mad at us for not knowing. That's why this is interesting.
I'll tell you the thing that drives you nuts when you find she finally. No, you choose, and then I choose, then she doesn't like it.
This is coming from a place.
That goes both ways. I had husbands all the time. Like I suggest something, my husband would be like, no. I'm like, well, what do
Then
you want?
what?
What do you want that's better?
Yeah.
So.
If you don't want to hear the truth about something, don't ask me because I will tell you the truth. That is true.
That's real. But sometimes they can just put a little sugar on it. Like, I want the truth, but just make it a little sweeter. Can you just put it in a nice package? Just because I think sometimes you have to be so blunt. It's like, here's the truth. Bam, smack you in the face.
This relationship is over.
Well, that's it. Truth doesn't have to be mean. It's how you it's how you
Yeah.
frame it. How
Tone.
exactly? Yeah.
My friends and I, we call it PR speak. Can you just give me the PR spin of what you're about
Oh,
to say?
that's good. I
and
like
so
that.
they'll be like, we're about to tell you something. Okay, well, give me the PR speak.
Okay.
But I don't know if men would be into that.
Press release. I'll have a press release ready for you by noon. I don't know about this one. Sometimes we want to be the little spoon when you're spooning in bed or
This
whatever,
is true.
or on the couch.
Some men like to be cuddled, not necessarily Mike.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like to cuddle at all.
overrated.
It's not even big spoon, little spoon. You don't like cuddling, period.
Don't touch me.
But I do have a friend, a girlfriend, and she loves dating, and she says there's a lot of men who enjoy being the little spoon, but they will never admit it in public, and she gets a kick out of it because she's like,
We all
Yeah,
like
no,
to be held, with like it goes back to your mom. Like I still hug on my kids, and it's one of those where it's like they just like to be held and loved. You want to be loved and have that feeling.
Well, that's, what about your husband? Do you ever,
Oh,
like
God.
tonight?
yeah, is he the little spoon ever?
Tonight.
No, I need my space. I can't sleep otherwise. I have a hard enough time. With,
What about on weekends?
Like Saturday night, just get behind him
Just cuddle him.
and hug him. You
He gets
be
too
the-
hot and whatever.
So Karen, you're not a cuddler either then?
I'm not anymore.
She doesn't
Am
seem
I
like-
the only cuddler at the table? Because I love a good cuddle.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's great.
All right.
It's all warm. It makes you feel all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
No?
It does.
I mean, I get it though. It does get hot. Like, there's certain positions that are uncomfortable. Like the whole arm around you in the movies, like
Oh,
I'm over
God,
that.
yeah.
In high school, that was cute and fun. But now I'm like, okay, my back hurts. And I'm sure your arm hurts. Like, you don't have to do it. There are other things you can do.
What's the old joke that I'd rather chew my own arm off than wake her up to, God, my arm.
Coyote
You fall
ugly.
asleep on the, yeah.